Hello my friends, welcome. I'm Elaine. Today we're doing the next prompt for Junk Journal July, which is forest. And we have a page here that we're going to work on. Now to me, forest means fairy tale. So I'm going to use one of my test prints from the Celtic Fairy kit that I made for my shop. So this isn't exactly the way the folio is in the kit. It's my test print when I was working things out. So this is what it looks like. So we have the forest trees on the pockets, and then we have some fairies and some other elements. But we're going to make changes to this now to work a little bit better in our little Junk Journal July journal. So I'm going to cut it down, make it smaller. And then I think about the ephemera that's included. These aren't exactly the same as what's in the kit. We might use some of them now anyway. Maybe we'll add some more elements. We might get some more Regency things since I'm trying to tie in Jane Austen to July. So let's just get started. I need to resize this to get it to fit. I'm going to need to ink everything with my Tim Holtz archival ink. And yeah, I might have to do some cuts and stuff. So first off, this definitely needs to be shortened. Why is my camera so sideways? So I'm going to cut it down to there and maybe curve the edges. I don't even know if that's even. Yeah, close enough. And I'm going to round the top. And then I think I'm gonna have a hunt through my stash of stuff and see what we can put in these pockets. Okay, so I cut the top off this and I used my punch here to curve the corners on the folio and also on some of the inserts. And then I used Tim Holtz archival ink to ink the edges. And now I think, like, we have the forest element. We have some trees, and yeah, forest just makes me think of fairy tales. So I want to add more fairy tale elements, and I also have butterflies, which I love and I think are quite representative of a forest as well. So I have these sticker collections. They're PET stickers, which means they're the plastic. So I have a collection of butterflies and a few other nature elements. And I'm going to have a look at what's in here and see if I can make something to work in the folio. I'm just going to set this to the side for the moment, my actual journal. And I'm going to work on the folio itself and then stick that in. I also have this little wooden heart. It's actually like bark. And what I was thinking of doing is, I love the texture here. Like, it's really cool. It's a really cool texture, but I think this side would work better for what I want because it's got this two-tone and it still has a nice texture. So I'm thinking of sticking one side down here to have it like as an opening on the door of the folio, to be like that. So little butterflies like this I think would be nice, but I'm not sure how I actually want to use them. Do I want to stick them down on the folio, or maybe I'll decorate this journaling page? Some of them are very colorful, which isn't really my style, but I do like them. They're not right for this though. I have this collection of stickers, the Antiquarian sticker book. My husband got it for me on Amazon, and it has these fairy stickers in it that I think I'll put down on this. They have like their blue background on them. I'm not sure how I feel about. Yeah, I'm not sure about that background. So this book is just full of all old stickers, old images, lots of public domain images. Turned out very autumnal, but I quite like it. It's on the back of this. Cut off those little extra bits. So this is what I have done for forest. So this just opens up like that. And we have the nice forest trees as our pockets, and then all these fairy ephemera elements that I put together. So we have this little ticket with a butterfly on it. I like to add like butterflies while I'm doing the winged fairies. And this was, I think I showed you at the start anyway, it was a different shape, and I used my tag punch to just put a tag punch hole on the top of it. And with this one I did the same, but I was so off, it was so off center. So I just added some butterflies to the top to try to cover up the little mess I made. And we have another one of them here. And then these two lovely fairy ladies. I just added some stickers to them just to give them a bit more life. And then I used this tag to make a pocket on the back of this one. And just put a little piece of paper in there. I love this mushroom illustration so much. And it ended up being kind of autumnal, but I like that. Like, autumn is my favourite season, so I'm very happy to do that, to have looking that way. So there we go. That is it for forest. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.